Good evening, everybody. It's your girl Steph coming to you tonight with the second portion of the 7-week journey for Break the Cycle and Manifest Your Dreams. So, recap last week. If you did not catch the first week we talked about organization. So if by chance you did not catch last week, I have in the comment area of this particular post, I've put the YouTube channel that all of my videos will go to. Hey mom. All of my videos will go to, so you can catch up. So just click the YouTube channel page after we've completed today's session, so you can catch up on what we talked about last week. So this week we're going to talk completely about accountability. So we did the poll, like I told you last week, and most of the responses that I received were specifically about accountability. So just to reintroduce myself to everybody in case you don't know me, my name is Stephanie Crockett. I am the author of the book, The Dream Killer, 7 Keys to Breaking the Cycle of Procrastination, where we are getting the things out of your head and into your hands and into your life. So I'm taking the 7-week journey with everyone to not only go through the book, but to help you get through some of the obstacles that are keeping you from manifesting your dreams. So we did go through our recap from last week. This week's focus, again, accountability. So I always like to get the definition of a word before I actually start digging into what it is. So in my research, Webster's Dictionary states that accountability is defined as an obligation or a willingness to accept responsibility or account for one's actions. So during the writing process for me, when I was writing the book, The Dream Killer. If you don't have it, you can get it at any major book retailers, Barnes & Noble, Amazon, Books A Million, or any retailer that sells books in your area. But during my writing process, I needed help with accountability because I knew that was something that I personally struggled with. So one of the things I found with accountability is that we often mistake responsibility with accountability. So for example, if we talk about children in the store, I used to do it too when I was young. I'd go to like Sears with my grandmother, and I'd be there with my grandmother or my aunt, and I'd be running through the store, and I end up knocking something down and breaking it. Now, although I was personally responsible as the child for breaking something in the store, my grandmother was ultimately held accountable because she was the person that ultimately was responsible for my actions outside of my parents. And at that time, she was my legal guardian. So the child, being me at the time, I was the person responsible for it, but my grandmother was the person that was held accountable for the actions that I had. So she was ultimately the overarching person that was accountable for seeing something get done or resolved. So when we talk about responsibility, we're talking really about the person that is going to actually execute the task. So when you're talking about the difference between responsibility and accountability, when you're talking about responsibility, you're talking about you or the person that is going to execute the task. When you're talking about accountability, you're talking about the person that's ultimately responsible for answering to the accuracy or the completion of a task. So in most cases, when you're writing a book or you're manifesting your dream, you very well may be responsible and accountable at the same time. But what I found out is that not only was I okay with the responsibility of writing, with actually executing the writing, but I was struggling with keeping myself accountable for the accuracy and the completion of the overarching responsibility. So I talk about this in the book. So in the book, the third key that we talk about is identifying an accountability partner. Now, you first need to understand what an accountability partner is. First off, accountability partner is not your friend. They can be, but they oftentimes are not there to sugarcoat. They're not there to make you feel comfy and warm and fuzzy. So I would recommend that if you're looking for an accountability partner, don't automatically go to the folks that automatically tell you everything you want to hear. So accountability partner is really a person who is going to assist you to keep you committed to your original commitment. So they're the person that's going to come in and say, I am committed to seeing you be successful, and I'm going to take accountability. I'm going to be responsible, overarching, watching you get to your commitment date while you're responsible for the actual implementation of the task. So when you're starting to assess who your accountability partner should be, I would first recommend that you go through a few questions. So I have a full questionnaire inside of my toolkit as well as inside of the book and the third key. I'll share a couple with you tonight, but it won't be exhaustive because I want you to get the book, and I think it would be beneficial to you. So I'd recommend that you ask yourself a few questions when you're trying to identify an accountability partner. So first, can the person be trusted? You don't want to find a person that's an accountability partner that you cannot talk to and be honest with them about what you're dealing with, or that anything that you share with them, any type of dream that you're talking about, your creativity, it's not going to be a person that's going to hear what you're saying and then take it and go and implement it themselves quicker than you're able to implement. So you definitely want to make sure you're finding somebody that is trustworthy, somebody that you can trust and has built trust with you. A second question is, does that person have the time to commit to me? So just because you see a person that's doing great things and they're doing something that you want to do and you want that person to hold you accountable to get it implemented, you want to make sure they have the time to do that. So since I've wrote my book, I'm on my first year since it's been published, so I'm super excited about that. Been speaking and traveling this great this great continent, traveling all over the place, sharing and speaking to different people. But what I found is that every city that I travel to, once they read the third key, they automatically assume, well, Stephanie can be my accountability partner. Well, in some cases, I may be able to be your accountability partner depending on what you're asking for. But don't just assume that a person can be your accountability partner until you ask the question, are you able to commit the time to me? Whether that's, can we sync up once a week? Can we sync up twice a week? Making sure that they have that time to commit to you. Because not only is your dream awesome to you and wonderful to you, it should also be just that much important to the person that you're reaching out to hold you accountable to it as well. The final question I would recommend that you ask is, can the person provide you with constructive criticism? So the reason why it's important to find a person that can provide you with constructive criticism is because everything that you're going to share with your accountability partner, they may not share, they may not agree that what you're doing is the best way for you to implement your dream. And you're choosing them to be your accountability partner because you understand that they have something to give to you. So in the case that they provide constructive criticism, if they don't know how to communicate that to you, then you do not want that person to be your accountability partner, because they may come across very harsh. They can come across with no feeling. And depending upon how you are as an individual, you may not be receptive to that. So you all absolutely want to have someone that's your accountability partner that can provide you the adequate feedback that's necessary for your communication style. So I actually, during my writing process, I had 3 accountability partners. And it's okay to have more than one. I know me, you know yourself, you know the dream that you're trying to manifest. So you know what type of accountability you need. I needed more than one person. Not because the one person I originally selected wasn't good enough. It was because I had specific needs that I needed to be held accountable for through my writing process. And I had to split the time. Because remember, in choosing an accountability partner, you need to make sure they have the time to invest. So I was able to take the things that I needed help with and split them across 3 people. So I'll share with you my accountability partner. So I needed an accountability partner, one cheerlead, somebody that would celebrate with me, and someone that would help me as I got to my goals and cross the finish line, that was my cheerleader. I needed an accountability partner that was going to hold me to my commitment, but cheer me on. Because there's so many people in your lives that are looking for you to fail. There's so many people that are looking for you to fail and fall. And one of my accountability partners had to be a cheerleader. Thanks for joining, Pastor Josephine. Thanks for your time. So I had to have a cheerleader. So the second person that was my accountability partner in my life was the logic. I had a person that was very logical, very, very business minded, very succinct in how they approached their life. And I needed them to help me pull out timelines and due dates, and are you going to be on point, and this is the impact and what you're going to lose if you don't stay on track. So I had that person that was helping me once a week to go through, was I making sure that I was getting everything accomplished that I had set my mind to do. Then my third accountability partner was my mom. The reason why my mom was an accountability partner is because I talk to my mom every single day. I don't know how many children are out there right now. I don't know how you do it. I have to talk to my mom every day, and if I don't talk to her, something just doesn't feel right. My day just doesn't feel right. So talking to my mom was important to me every day. So what would happen is every day I would start writing, and my mother would say, I am not going to talk to you until you accomplish the goal you set for your day, going towards your writing goal. So if I called and I was trying to talk to my mother, I won't lie to my mother. So that's one person that no matter what, I won't lie to her. So she say, Stephanie, did you write today? I'd be like, no, I haven't gotten to it. And she would get off the phone with me. She would hang up and she would say, okay, I'll talk to you after you write. And she would get off the phone, because she knew that that's what I needed to stay motivated towards my writing goal. And she knew it was important to me that I talk to her every day. And she also knew that if she cut off the conversation with me, that it would motivate me to move and would cause me to do something that put me toward my goal. So I would write, and then I would call her back. Now, I didn't say I wrote all of the chapters in one night. I would say I'm targeting 5 pages. And then once I wrote 5 pages, I'd call my mom and I'd say, Mom, I finished 5 pages. And then she'd say, we talk about average information after that. How's your day and how are things going on? And then the following day, I had a goal to write 5 more pages. And again, my mother would keep me accountable to, if you're going to write 5 pages, that's what you're going to write. And then we're not going to move forward to your what makes you feel good, which was talking to my mom. We're not going to do that until you have accounted for the commitment that you gave to yourself. So for me, I needed 3. I needed the cheerleader, I needed the logic, and then I just needed mom. And sometimes you just need mom. And for me, I just needed mom. And she helped me get through to the manifestation of my dream, which was writing the book. So I wanted to come tonight, one, to thank you for joining me for the second week of our Break the Cycle, Manifest Your Dream, talking about accountability. So I would challenge everyone to, if you don't have the book, get the book. Read Key 3. Talking about the accountability partner, and make sure you ask yourself the key questions that we talked about today. So we talked about, can the person that you're looking to be your accountability partner be trusted? Can they provide you with constructive criticism? And does the person have time to commit to you to be that accountability partner? We also talked about tonight that understanding the definition and the differences between responsibility and accountability. So knowing that responsibility means that you are the person that is able to complete the task, where the person that is accountable is ultimately responsible for the accuracy and the completion of the overall commitment. So it's always good to know who's responsible and then who's going to be accountable for the succession and the success of what you're setting your goals to. So I am going to start my poll for next week. I'm looking forward to everyone giving the feedback. Let me know what things we're going to focus on. So first week was organization. Second week was accountability. We're going to talk about, I'm going to put a poll out on Sunday to see what our next steps are in this wonderful journey with us. If you don't have the book, pick it up. Why are you waiting? What are you waiting for? Why are you procrastinating? Get your book. It's available in paperback. Hello. You can get it at www.stephanielcrockett.com, or you can get it from Barnes & Noble, Amazon, or Books A Million, or any major book retailer in your area. Additionally, make sure you follow the YouTube channel that I have put in the caption of this video. Hello. So that is where all of the replays will go. So if you miss a week, just go over to the YouTube channel. Don't worry about having to scan through Facebook and find it. Go over to the YouTube channel and just catch up on the week that you're working with or the week that you missed. And other than that, let me see if I missed anything. No, looks like we covered everything today. Oh, we did real good on time, guys. So if you have any questions or concerns, definitely comment in the bottom of the video. If there's anything I can help you with, let me know. Otherwise, I want you guys to just keep moving forward. Don't stop manifesting your dreams, because every step forward is a step to your manifested dream. So I'm going to see you guys next week. Thank you guys for joining. And the replay will be on YouTube. Make sure you share. Have a good weekend. Bye, guys.